situation. Rails had tied it up at 2 with a goal from Simonson with just about 2 minutes left, and then Duluth East just came in and scored with under a minute left in the first period. So Duluth East still holds a 3-2 lead.
Scoring for Duluth, number 16, Ethan Conley, assisted by number 8, Bodie Halverson.
East is going to walk in past several rails with the top shelf over McGowan. Penalty coming on Seeger Dunbar. So Rails shorthanded here for the rest of the first period. Slash, I think they called him. Hooking, they called him. So second period, or second penalty on Dunbar here in the game. Just to walk in, they get a shot that's deflected up and over the net. Be picked up by Olsen. Olsen sends that along the board. Smart play.
Scoring for Duluth, number 8, Bodie Halverson, unassisted. Penalty on number 21 for Proctor for hooking.
Now they called Dunbar and a hooking call. I didn't see anything happen, but that's just me. So we'll end the first with a couple of quick goals from Duluth East to pull to a 2-goal lead again over Proctor. Do not have shots on goal tracking here, unfortunately, so I can't give you those. All right, here we go. 1:04 left in the Dunbar penalty. Got Brzezinski on the face-off. Olsen and Burke on defense. Radzak also on wing. East will control off of the face-off. They carry into the circle, push to the corner by Olsen. Center, Brzezinski picks that one off. He's going to get that one up and out of the zone. He'll send that one down ice for an icing call. Just carry that a little bit more, bud. Brzezinski drawing for Proctor. East fires a shot from out near the boards. That's deflected wide of the net. Radzak gets there. Can't quite carry that one out of the zone. Burke back up the boards. East will come away from the boards with that. They get a shot off, hit some skates. Deflect behind the net. Come on, B. Back check by Brzezinski. East sends that cross ice. They're going to get a shot. That's blocked by Burke. Another shot for East. Saved by McGowan. East turns and sends that one to the corner. Trailed by Burke. Loose puck out front. Brzezinski gets a stick on it. East sends it back down. He sends it up high to the defender. Dunbar's out of the net. We're going to have the... No clue what that whistle is for, but we're heading down outside of the zone here. They called East in the crease, so good thing Terry's here to tell me what's what. Face-off will be outside of the blue line of the rail zone then. Talarico holds the puck. Dunbar will send it over to the boards. Kaderlik will get there. Kaderlik chips that up, looking for Talarico. Gets past him, turns over to East. Simonson knocks that one down. Kaderlik will chip it up the boards to Talarico. Talarico drops it off to Dunbar. Dunbar into the circle. He gets a shot. That's wide of the net. East will pick it up along the boards, held in by Nimmons. Nimmons sends that back on net. That one went up out of play in the far corner. Dunbar on the face-off for Proctor. East will drop that back behind the net, move it up the boards, send it up and out. Nimmons gets a stick on it, doesn't quite hold it in though. And so we'll have the rails offsides call. Johnson on the face-off drops it back to Kaderlik. Kaderlik will dump that into the zone. East will pick it up behind the net. We'll send that one up the boards. Held in by Kaderlik. He dumps it back to the corner. Johnson and Fish over to the corner for the rails. Fish picks it up, moves it up high to Nimmons. Nimmons chops it down. That'll be sent up in Talarico's hands on the bench there. Johnson on the face-off for Proctor. Johnson will move that over to Simonson. He's bodied off of it. Or sorry, that's Welty. My bad. Welty carries behind that. There's a penalty coming on Duluth East here. Welty moves it up high to Kaderlik. Kaderlik gets a shot towards the net. Fish picks it up. Knocked down by Johnson. They're going to call a high sticky in there. But Duluth East taking a penalty here on a hooking call. So that'll give the Rails a 130 one-man advantage. They seem to like that hooking call. And center ice, based on the high sticking call.
Penalty on Duluth, number 8.
Dunbar carries over the blue line.
For hooking.
He's going to clear the defender. Shot by Dunbar. Loose puck out front. Talarico gets a shot, sends it just wide of the net. Simonson in the corner. Rails regrouping. Simonson drops it up to Talarico. Talarico leaves it for Burke. That is picked off by Duluth East. They're on a breakaway here. Back check by Dunbar. They're going to get a shot off. McGowan will make that save. Moved over to Duluth East, right out in front of the net off of the face-off. That's knocked to the side by the rails. Talarico will chip that up out of the zone. Going to be sent back towards McGowan. He's going to... Well, it's a side. Nimmons overruns it. Nimmons will send that up the boards. East is going to send it back down to the corner. Nimmons gets there first for Proctor, sends it over to Kaderlik behind the net. Kaderlik's going to go back the same direction. Kaderlich will carry into the zone. He gets a shot and a goal for Kaderlich. I think he was looking to move the puck there, but just nobody in the right spot. So Kaderlich will pull the Rails to within 1. East will control off of the face-off, sent over to the far boards. Pressure by Brzezinski, gets a stick on that, takes it away, sends it down into the East zone. East will get there first, trailed by Johnson. Send it up the boards, be held in by Kaderlich. Kaderlich sends it down to Johnson. Johnson, loose puck out front. Johnson gets a shot. Oh, wide of the net. East will pick it up, send it up the boards. It'll deflect back into the corner. Kaderlich, shot from out near the blue line. It's looks either hit the pipe or the goalie's glove, I'm not sure. Shot from Nimmons over near the boards. Radzak will pick up the rebound, loose puck out front. Johnson will pick it up and sink it to tie it up for the Rails. That is how we do it. Yes. Johnson on the face-off for Proctor.
Proctor, number 92, assisted by number 8.
Nimmons was looking to send that back to Kaderlich. A little too much power on it. It's going to head to the corner. East gets there first.
Proctor, number 8.
Nimmons up to Brzezinski. Brzezinski over to Radzak. Poked off a Radzak stick near the blue line. He still head back the other direction. They'll carry down to the corner. We'll send that back up high. Get some traffic out front. Tied up in Brzezinski's skates. Nimmons will step in and pick it up. He tries to chip it up to Radzak. It's knocked down by East and held in. Shot by East. Oh, they had a player undefended on the other side of McGowan. Picked up the wide shot and tipped it in. Yikes.
Scoring for Duluth, number 8, Bodie Halverson, assisted by number 16, Ethan Conley.
To Welty along the boards, chipped off of his stick. Oh, way to get a stick in there, Ash. Like, yuck, lots of quick sticks out there. Denver turns. Moves it up ice. He's looking for Welty. Welty gets past the defender. If he can kick it ahead of him. Shot by Welty, wide of the net. Pinned against the boards by Olsen. Fish steps in to help out. As does Dunbar. Dunbar comes away with it. He's sent over to the corner. That one's sent up. That bounces past Burke. East is going to have a breakaway. Olsen hustles to get back to cover. East will send that wide of the net in front of McGowan. Center. Nobody gets a stick on that one. Welty's going to pick it up. He's going to carry up out of the zone. Welty loses. They're going to call a penalty on that. I think Welty just lost an edge, but they're going to call a tripping penalty on East. So we'll take it, I guess. So Rails with a one-man advantage here for a minute 30.
Penalty on Duluth, number 18.
Talrico bodies, they take the puck away from him. Kaderlich hustles. Kaderlich gets his body there. Kaderlich sends out along the boards up to Simonson. Simonson's gonna get a stick on that, can't clear the zone. Rails gotta be a little quicker here with our sticks, guys. Let's go. Kadalik turns, sends it up the boards, and he's sent out into the neutral zone. Johnson pressures. Johnson's going to take that and send it down into the zone. Johnson takes that away from East. Talarico will pick up the loose puck in the corner, chips it up to Johnson. Johnson drops it back to Kadalik. It's going to get out of the zone, however, so Rails work to get back on sides. Kadalik will move it over to Nimmons. Nimmons looks to carry into the zone. Nimmons sends that on net. It's deflected by the goaltender just wide of the net. Talarico to the corner. East is going to pin that against the board. Simonson steps in to help out. East will come away with it. East sends that one up and out. That's going to get past Kadalik. No icing, I guess. Kadalik turns, reverses course. Loses control of the puck back there. We'll send it up to Talarico. Talarico met by a couple of East players. Moves it up to Johnson. Johnson will dump it into the zone and chase. Johnson maintains his footing there. Shot by Johnson. Goaltender will make that save. Back at full strength here for East, so Rails could not capitalize on that power play. Dunbar back to the faceoff. It's flanked by Brzezinski and Radzak. Brzezinski on the faceoff sends it up to Olsen. Olsen gets a shot. Deflected to the corner by the goaltender. Dunbar bodied off of the puck. East will come away with it. Dunbar grabs it again, sends it up high to Burke. Burke sends it down low. East is going to pick that off and look to clear the zone. East will carry in. They get past Olsen. They get a shot. McGowan will make that save. Whistle right after puck is dropped. Radzak will take that off at East stick, clears the zone with it. Dunbar picks it up. Dunbar is going to carry 2-on-1 with Dunbar and Radzak. Dunbar over to Radzak. Radzak shot, rebound. Picked up by East. East is going to chip that past Burke. They got an undefended man across the ice. 3 rails on the man with the puck. East will send that towards the net. That's wide, goes behind. Burke to the corner. Burke bodied off of that. Brzezinski gets a stick on that. He's pinned against the boards. East is going to hold that in. They're going to clear one rail. Burke gets a stick on it, but the puck keeps moving towards the rails net. Center out front. East has an undefended man here down to the right of McGowan. Guys, heads up! All right, Radzak will pick it up, move it over to Dunbar. Dunbar over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski turns, gets a shot. Rebound to the corner. Kadalik chips that back along the boards. Radzak picks it up. Radzak looking to center. There's nobody there. Rails are changing lines there. East will send that back. Nobody in the zone at all. Johnson will pressure. East will send that one out of the zone. It's going to be gloved and dropped in the neutral zone. They're going to carry in. Poked away by Welty. That'll be deflected by Nimmons out in front of the net, just wide of the net. That'll be sent up out of play. To the corner off the faceoff, Nimmons picks it up, sends it over to Kadalik. Kadalik up the boards looking for Fish. Fish will carry over the blue line. It's poked off of Fish's stick. East is going to come back the other way with the 2-on-1. Shot broken up by Fish. Some sort of a penalty call coming here. Who's that on? They're going to take Fish for slashing. So another Rails one-man disadvantage here. Dunbar on the face-off. East will come away with it. Send that up high. Shot on net blocked by Dunbar. Dunbar chips it out of the zone. Dunbar gets a stick on it. Moves past the defender. Come on, Seeger. Yes, Dunbar buries that one. Short-handed goal for the Rails. Very nice. Way to go, Siegs! One minute, 17 seconds left in Fish's penalty here, so Rails still short-handed. Still have Dunbar and Talarico on the ice with Nimmons and Katerlik.
Penalty on Proctor, number 14, for slashing, and goal on number 21.
Katerlik will send that one up into the neutral zone. He still send it back in. Dunbar tripped up near the blue line. Katerlik behind the Rails net. He's pinned against the boards. He'll lose control of the puck. He still pick it up in the corner. Send that over to the defender up high. Dunbar blocks another one with a stick. East will chip that over here to the man against the boards. They get a shot. That's going to find the net. On some traffic out front. McGowan screened up a bit. So another Rails penalty will lead to another Duluth East goal. Yeah, he was super screened.
Sorry, Rails, just take it back.
Keep working, Cobb. You got it, bud. They've got the goals at 5-5. I think that's wrong. I think it's 6-4. That's what I've got. So I'm going to leave it that way till we see what they do with that. But East, another goal. They'll walk in and get a shot to the left of McGowan. They've got 7-5. I don't think that's right. I think it's 7-4. Unless I missed one. Not right now. I think I must have missed getting one on the board because they've got 7-5 and they're not changing it. So I'll figure that one out here in a second. Sorry. I'm not to be trusted with scoring.
Scoring for Duluth, 2 goals for Huck Heidela, number 7.
Dunbar carries low, looks to center, poked away by the goaltender. That'll be chipped past Olsen. He's done a breakaway here. They're gonna be broken up by Burke. East centers. Nobody gets a stick on that one. Shot by East, moved towards the net, picked up by Burke. Burke will chip that one up to Talarico. Spread out, guys! On top of each other. Terry, is this right for the score? 7-4, so I must have missed putting one on. All right. Caitlin, don't laugh at me at home. It was 5? Okay. East will send that one bouncing past McGowan. Got a Duluth East penalty here coming. I'd say that's a boarding call on Duluth East. Nimmons was against the boards. Kind of a goofy called game here. Dunbar on the face-off here for Proctor. Moved up to Simonson. Simonson will tip it over to Kaderlick. Kaderlick will carry down to the corner. Kaderlick takes a shot. It's up and over Nimmons. Rails need to get back on sides here. Move that up to Dunbar. That misses Dunbar. East will send that up the boards. Kaderlick can't hold that in. That's going to bounce past him. Rails again need to get work to get on sides. It's taken right off of Simonson's stick. McGowan will cover it up. Let's go, boys! Johnson on the face-off for Proctor. He's sent to the corner, picked up by Burke. Burke will carry behind the net, looks to send it up to Brzezinski. He gloves it and drops it. Moves it out into the neutral zone. Chip back by Duluth East. That one's going to get past Burke. Oh, come on. They're going to call Johnson on a hooking call there. Any contact with the stick is we're calling hooking here, so they're calling. Hooking again. He called hooking again. Anytime they're touching it with the stick, he's calling hooking. So Rails at a man disadvantage for the rest of this period. Brzezinski will send that one out for an icing call. Anytime they're making contact with the stick, it looks like they're calling hooking. So I'm not a referee, however, believe it or not. Olsen picks it up, drops it off to Dunbar. Dunbar will carry through the neutral zone. Dunbar clears a defender, shot by Dunbar, loose puck out front. East is going to pick it up. He's not the one calling the ball. Enough sides call there. Burke to the corner. East looks to center that one. It's picked up by Olsen. Olsen will carry out of the zone. Olsen carries, loses control of the puck over along the boards. East stretches out. They're going to get past Burke. Not taken off of their stick by Simonson as they were going for the backhand. East from up high. That one's deflected wide over to the corner. Another East shot knocked down by McGowan. Rebound out front. East gets there first. We'll send it over to the boards to end the period. Rails with a 2-goal deficit. 2 seconds left on the Johnson air quote hooking end quote penalty. No zamming from what I can tell, so we'll start back up here in a minute. work to do to catch up. Got Dunbar, Simonson, Olsen, and Burke, with Johnson just about to come out of the box. They're very slow at those doors. So Johnson out of the box, Talarico on the ice. East will stretch that. Centering pass. Moved to the corner by Olsen. Burke looks to pin. Picked up by Simonson. Simonson will look to stretch to Dunbar. Get some traffic. Simonson will carry that one into the zone with him. Simonson loses control of the puck in the corner. Poked off their stick by Dunbar. I'm going to take both Simonson and the Duluth East kid. We're pushing and shoving a bit, so. Dunbar will draw for Proctor, flanked by Radzak and Brzezinski. Burke and Olsen on defense. Radzak to the corner centers, picked off by Duluth East. One's gonna get past Dunbar. They're gonna call Dunbar on a tripping. That's gonna be his third of the game. Burke will send that one up to Brzezinski. Brzezinski tries to chip it out, held in by East. East will center, knocked away by Radzak. McGowan will cover it up. Kaderlich to the corner, sends it up the boards, looking for Radzak. That gets past Radzak. East will send it back down. Poked off by Radzak. Sent up and held in by East. East will get a shot, deflected to the side by McGowan. Picked up by Nimmons. Nimmons will reverse course, send it along the boards to Brzezinski. Brzezinski sends it back behind the net. East is right there waiting. They're going to center out front, and they're going to bury that. Come on, B! Let's go, let's work! Some sort of consultation over at the box. That should bring Dunbar back out of the penalty box, but still 5-on-5 with the incidental penalties. They didn't put that goal up yet, but yeah, 8-5 now. Center, McGowan knocks it out front, loose puck, picked up by Talarico. That one gets out of the zone. Pressure by Fish. Dunbar will pick it up.
Birthday boy, Hagala with the hat trick, assisted by Bodie Halverson.
Covered up by the goaltender. Sent by Kaderlich, hits an East player. Kaderlich picks it back up. Ooh, Katerlik is boarded, but we're not going to call that one. Oh. Too many men on the ice for Duluth East.
Thank you. Far too kind. Can I get an encore? You want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys of the one night.
I think they let him out of the box before the. They let him out of the box before the incidentals is what the whistle was for. Or the incidentals were up, but they let him out of the box before the whistle. I learned that the hard way once, so I know you shouldn't do that because they let him out of the box before the whistle on incidentals. They let them out of the box so before the whistles on incidentals, you have to wait till the whistle. Which I learned until they did it wrong once. Yeah. I know. Thought it was more. That's what Tara just texted.
Well, let's go green! Go Rails!
Yeah, she said 3, he's out now. If he gets a 4th, he's out the next game.
Get it, Vance.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. Johnson comes away from the boards. Simonson will break up that pass. Simonson tries to center, picked off by East. Simonson gets a stick on that, sends it back towards the net. That was a tripping on Welty. Not intentional, but they're not going to call that. So I don't know what's happening. That one's going to be held in there. Welty grabs it before it crosses the blue line. Shot by Welty, way wide and high of the net. East will clear Johnson there. They're going to get on a breakaway here. That will be a Duluth East goal up over McGowan.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Yeah. Krasinski backhands that down into the zone.
Ethan Conley, unassisted.
Nimmons pokes it up, picked up by Radzak. Radzak gets a shot, kick saved by the goaltender. Radzak again. Radzak drops it back to Katerlik. East almost picks that off. They do grab it, send it out of the zone past Katerlik. Nimmons is going to pick it up. East gets a shot, deflected by McGowan. Brzezinski's going to pick it up. Moves it up to Dunbar. It's poked off of his stick. Dunbar moves over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski enters the zone, knocked out by East, held in by Radzak. Radzak whiffs on a shot, carries the puck with him, though, gets a backhand shot. Loose puck out front. Radzak gets a second shot. No clue where the puck is. We're not going to call the actual penalties here, though, just the hooks. Yeah, it's probably too late now. I should have. But they pushed. I don't know. Just with what they are calling, it's kind of weird not to call that. Tellerico shot off the face-off, hit some traffic. Fish sends it up to Tellerico. Tellerico turns, ships it towards the net. Loose puck. Johnson gets a shot, deflected by the goaltender. Sorry, weird angle there on the camera. Johnson chips it out front, loose puck. East is going to pick that up in the circle. He'll chip that up and out of the zone. Kaderlak sends it. Kaderlak. Nimmons will carry cross ice here, dump it into the zone. That one will be sent past the rails. It's not going to get anywhere for icing, so Nimmons will get there first. Nimmons up the boards to Fish. That one gets past Fish. East will control. They're gonna. That should have been an offsides, I think. But holy cow, camera is so not helpful there. Nimmons cross ice to Fish. Fish will dump that one. Johnson on the chase. East will chip that one past Simonson. Olsen coming out of the box, meets it at center ice. Johnson will pick it up at the blue line. East will send that one back out. Here comes Nimmons, or Olsen, sorry. No. Can't see anything that's happening. Radzak. He loses an edge and goes down. Simonson has control, sends it to the corner. Simonson chips it up the boards. He's looking for Johnson. East will chip that past Johnson, and they're going to clear Olsen. So Burke back for a 2-on-1. East is going to send that cross ice. Too far ahead of their player. Poked away by Burke. Burke will carry out of the zone. It's poked off of his stick at center ice. Radzak will dump that into the zone. East sends it back up and out. Rails need to get on sides here. East will send it back the other way. Held against the boards by Olsen. Caught up in the referee's skates. Simonson will pick it up, clear one defender. Poked off of his stick. Of an offsides call, I believe.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, this hot thing. I got options. I can pass it like Stockton. Just Joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins.
Rails have beat East the last 2 games we played them, but this is actually the district game, I think, the first district game. So not good timing for an implosion. Kaderlak will chip that along the boards. Will hit the East player and come back in for an offsides call. Dunbar on the face-off, sent to the boards. Kaderlak moves it cross ice to Dunbar. Dunbar stripped, no call coming on that one. Fish behind the net. East will move it over to the corner. East chips it up the boards. Held in by Kaderlak. Kaderlak hits an East player out front. Puck drops down. East will pick it up. They circle around, chip back up the boards. That one's going to get held in by Kaderlak. Dunbar to the corner. East is going to send that back behind the net. Up and out of the zone there. Kaderlak picks it up center ice. Moves it over to Nimmons. Nimmons drops it up to Dunbar. Dunbar stripped as he enters the zone. East will send it back out. Kaderlak will pick it up center ice. Kaderlak up. Fish gets a stick on that. Fish will enter. Shot from top of the circle. Rebound. Dunbar's there. Out front. Oh, shoot. Fish got a stick on that. And East will pick it off. Shot blocked by Kaderlak. Kaderlak will send it up the boards. Fish gets a stick on that. Can't quite clear the defender. Dunbar will get a stick on that as well. Be held against the boards. Sent back behind the rails net. Nimmons will get there for Proctor. Nimmons sends that cross. Looking for Fish. It's going to be intercepted by East. Have an East offsides call. Olsen off of the face-off. Chips it up looking for Radzak. That one's sent up and back into the rails zone. Burke. Rails are all bunched up here. We got to spread out, guys. Let's go. Burke will carry across the rails zone. Up and over the blue line through the neutral zone. Burke drops it off to Radzak. Radzak's trip, there is a call coming. Welty shot wide of the net. And he still get a stick on that one for a whistle. So Rails 1-man advantage here. Brzezinski on the faceoff for Proctor. Flanked by Simonson and Tallarico. He's got Nimmons and Dunbar on defense. Simonson can't quite carry that one through the traffic there. That one will be sent off the boards. Not enough for an icing. Dunbar gets there first. Dunbar carries in front of the Rails net. Dunbar carries into the circle. He gets a shot that hits the pipe. Crossbar. Tallarico picks it up. Tallarico circles over to the corner. Tallarico whiffs. Sends it back down to Simonson. Simonson back looking for Tallarico, but Tallarico had vacated the space there. So he still pick it up and carry out of the zone. Nimmons there first for Proctor. East player loses an edge and goes into the boards hard there. Let's see if we have a whistle on that. Brzezinski gets a shot, hits the side of the net. They are going to blow the whistle. Van Loon down for East. And it just took a weird slide and hit the boards back first. So Rails had a loose puck down here in front of the net when that whistle came. Johnson will take the face off here for Proctor. 34 seconds still left in the Duluth East penalty. That one will be sent down and out of the zone. Should be an icing call. East will control off of the face-off. He'll be tipped up and out of the zone. Katerlik with the man right on his tail. He'll pick it up, carry behind the net. Drop it up to Olsen. Olsen has that taken off of his stick as he crosses the blue line. Johnson gets a stick on that one. Oh, that one's going to go out of play as they're opening the box door to let the player out on the penalty. Brzezinski on the face-off. Welty and Tallarico. Olsen sends that one into the zone. Burke, the second defender there. Burke didn't see the puck there that hit traffic and deflected down into the Rails zone. Quick shot by East, blocked by Burke. Olsen sends it over to the boards. Tallarico get a stick on that, send it out into the Rails bench. Used to hold that one in. He sends it up high. Back down along the boards. Olsen there pins it against the boards. Radzak will come away with it. Radzak chips it up to Burke. Burke cross ice looking for Fish. Fish will knock that one down. He'll carry into the zone. It's taken off of his stick. He still send that along the boards. Olsen gets there, knocks it down. Burke, backhand from center of the circle, wide of the net. East will send that one up. Radzak will knock it down, but it gets out of the zone. Taken off a Burke stick. East has a player beyond all the Rails defenders, but thankfully the Rails pick it back up. Fish turns. Burke sends it down into the zone. Now to be knocked back down by Katerlik. Picked up in the corner by Radzak. Radzak centers to Talarico. Can't get a shot off of that. We chipped up, held in by Simonson. Simonson comes away from the boards and clears the player. Simonson shot, knocked down by the goaltender. Talarico gets a stick on it. It's wide of the net. Overrun there by Katerlik. East will come away with that. Talarico gets a stick on it as East was looking to send that cross ice. It should be an East icing call coming here. Nope, no icing call. Nimmons gets there. Back up the boards to Talarico. Talarico carries that over the blue line. Talarico looks to center to Simonson. Oh, here. Simonson shot. That gets a stick deflection by East. Talarico to the corner. It's taken off of his stick, set up the boards. They're going to stretch it here to the center. Nimmons gets a stick on that. Katerlik will pick it up. Sends it up the boards looking for Talarico. Hits a referee. Talarico back behind the Rails net. Talarico up to Johnson. Johnson centers. Brzezinski will get there. He'll pick it up. Brzezinski up to Katerlik. It's a little behind him. He'll turn it over to East. East gets a shot. That's wide of the net. Johnson there. Johnson carries through the neutral zone. Johnson to the corner. Johnson is pinned. Fish centers out to Brzezinski. Brzezinski drops it up to Burke. Burke will circle and shoot. Glove saved by the goaltender. Radzak on the faceoff, sends it to the corner. East picks it up, sends it behind the net. East will send that one up and out of the zone for an icing call. Sucks to sit there and watch it.
I just wish they had like the energy and intensity.
Yeah, they don't, huh? Must have used it all up winning a championship, I guess. Shot by Olsen. Olsen chips it up to Johnson. Johnson loses control of that. East will send that up to their player. And that'll be the end of it. Cannot give you shots on goal. Ross has summed up the game in one word. So can't give you shots.